Good afternoon, students. We will continue our previous class. In our previous class, we completed the example up to the multi-level inheritance. We have seen example for single-level inheritance and multi-level inheritance. Okay, now we'll see the hierarchical inheritance. Okay, in the hierarchical inheritance, we have a one base class. Okay, and with multiple child classes. Okay, either we can have the two child classes or three child classes. Okay. So here I have a base class is the employee, okay, and with a constructor in it, and with three parameters, name and age and salary, and it has three public variables is the name, age and salary, and we assigned the three variables values to the name, age and salary. And now I'm creating a one child class as the part-time class, and which is derived from the class employee. That is generally employees has two types like part-time employees and full-time employees. So that I want to create a separate classes for the part-time employees and separate classes for the full-time employees. Okay. And here also I'm taking a parameters as self, name, age and salary. And we are assigning these three parameters values to the three variables of the base class. Here these variables are derived from the base class. Okay, for that variables I am assigning the values. Okay, but these values are of the part-time employee, but we are taking the variables from the base class. Okay, value is the part-time employee value. Okay, but variables we are using the base class variables. Okay, without creating again the same variables, we are using the base class variables. Okay, and next full-time class, this is another child class of the employee class. And here also we are creating a constructor INIT, and we are taking a parameters as self, name, age and salary. Okay, and assign these three parameter values to the three public variables of the base class. Okay, these are also derived from the same employee class. Okay, for those variables we are assigning the name value, age value and salary value. Okay, and here we are creating a object for the employee EMP1 as the object for the part-time class, and we are passing a three values, Harshit as the name, 22 as the age, 1000 as the salary. And we are creating a object for the full-time class EMP2, and again I am sending a Arjun as the name, 23 is the age and 2000 as the salary. And for checking of these two objects, we are printing the age of the part-time employee and age of the full-time employee. So like this, we can create the multiple child classes from the single base class. Okay, that type of inheritance is known as hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so next we'll see the another type of inheritance, multiple inheritance. Okay, this multiple inheritance is we can create the one child class from the more than one base classes. Okay, so here I'm taking an example as one base class is employee class and another base class is payslip class. Okay, that is employee has name and age and payslip has DA, HRA and salary. And from these two I want to derive a child class as EMP pay, that is employee details and payment details of the employee. Okay, this is the child class for these two classes and it uses the variables of the, that is members of the employee class and members of the payslip class, and it will display all the values and assigns the values and display the values. Okay, okay, now we'll create this example. Okay, employee is the base class, and within that init constructor name and age are the parameters, and here I'm creating a two public variables as the name and age and assign the parameter values to the public members. Then we are creating another class as the payslip class. Okay, is another parent class, and here also I'm creating a constructor for the payslip class, and here I'm taking a, sorry, here by mistaken wrong name. Okay, its a name is HRA, the variable name is HRA. Okay, so we are passing a three parameters, one is the DA, HRA and salary, and the three parameter values are assigned to the three public variables. Here we are creating a three public variables as DA, HRA and salary. For these three, I am assigning the three parameter values. Okay. So within the employee class, we created 2 public variables, and within the payslip class, we created 3 public variables. Okay. Next, EMP pay. EMP pay is the child class which is derived from the employee class and also from the payslip class. That is, it can access the employee class members and it can also access the payslip class members. Okay. So here also we are creating a constructor and it will take the parameters as name, age, salary, DA and HRA. 5 parameters we are taking, that is to initialize the name and age of the employee class and HRA, DA and salary of the payslip class. Okay. So we assigned all the parameter values to the our public members of the 2 base classes. Okay. So these are the public members which are derived from the payslip class and also from the employee class. Okay. Okay, these are derived from employee and payslip class. Okay, now here we are testing the class. EMP underscore pay is the class name and we created a object as EMP2 and we are passing a values for the name as the Arjun, age as the 23, salary as the 2000, 200 as the DA and 200 as the HRA. And for testing, we are printing the employee to age and employee to salary. So it prints the age and salary. Age is from the employee class and salary from the payslip class. It prints these two variable values. Okay. These all are derived. The parent class members are derived to the child class and within that we can set the values to the variables. Okay. So this is the 4 types of inheritances we have in the Python. That is single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance and hierarchical inheritance. Okay. Okay, next we'll see the another concept of the Python object oriented programming. Okay. So the next topic is the types of methods in the Python classes. Okay. The different types of methods we can create in the class. Okay. So as in the same way of different types of variables, we can also create the different types of methods in the Python classes. We have 2 types of variables we can create in the Python class. Okay, that are instance variables and class variables. Instance variables are deferred by the instance to instance of the class and class variables are constant and are shared by the all the objects of the class. Okay, those class variables can also be called as static variables in the Python. Okay, that is whatever the variable which we can access using the class name. Okay, that variable is also called as a static variable. Okay. So now we'll see the types of method. There are the 3 types of methods in the Python. Okay, first type is instance methods. Second type is class methods. Third type is static methods. In the instance methods, we have 2 types like accessor methods, mutator methods. Accessor methods is we can call them as whatever the methods which are used to access the instance variables of the class. Okay, those we can call them as accessor methods. That is to retrieve the values of the our instance variables. So these methods generally will create with the get. Okay. Mutator methods are the methods which are used to assign the values to the instance variables. Okay, those are created generally with the set. Okay. So we can also call them as get methods and set methods or getter methods and setter methods. Okay. So class methods and static methods, these two are generally used to access the static variables of the class and class variables of the class. Okay, that is whatever the class variables we are creating in the class, those variables we can access with the help of class methods and static methods. Okay, I'll see these types of methods. Okay, first instance methods. Okay, so instance methods are used to access the instance variables of the class. Okay, these instance methods we can access with the help of a instance name dot the method. Okay, So we can access the any instance method with the instance name dot method. Instance name is nothing but the object which is created for the class. Okay. So after creating the class, we'll create a object for the class, and using that object we can access the methods of the class. Okay. So we'll see the example for this. So class is a student class. Okay, we are creating a class as with the name student, and we are creating a one constructor def init 2 underscores here. Okay, by mistaken it's a 1 underscore is only displaying 2 underscores and init, and self is a default variable, and I am passing a 2 parameters n and b with the default values as blank. That is, these are the 2 string variables with the blank string. And then we are assigning the values to the our public variables. N is assigned to the name public variable, and b is assigned to the branch public variable. Okay. Next, we are creating another method as display. Okay. Display of self is the parameter, and here in this display method I want to display the variables, that is the public variables which are created in the class. Okay, self dot name, hi self dot name, it shows the name variable value. Branch equal to branch is self dot branch, it shows the branch value. Okay, so this is the instance method. Okay, this instance method we can access with the object of the class. Okay, and next we are creating an object for the student. S1 equals to student class and S1 dot display. Okay, this is the display method of S1 instance. Okay, say if you are creating a one more instance as S2 and you are calling the S2 dot display, S2 dot display, then this method is called as S2 instances display method. Okay, like this we have number of methods for the each and every type of a instance. Okay, next we'll see the another type of a method. The types of instance methods are we can create some of the methods of instance methods as accessor methods, and some of the methods as mutator methods. Okay, accessor methods are you created with the get keyword and the variable name. That is, whatever the variable you want to create the accessor method, okay, you need to mention the get keyword and the variable name. Okay, and as in the same way, the mutator method uses the set keyword and the variable name, that is the member name or public variable or private variable or protected variable's name. Okay, these methods can be created for any type of a variable, either for the public, private or protected. Okay, generally we'll use these methods for private variables. Okay, next, the example for this setter and getter, set methods and get methods, that is accessor and mutator methods. Okay, here I assume that there are the two public variables, name and branch. Okay, and here we are writing a set method for the name, set name variable. So we are passing a parameter as n and assign the n value to the self dot name. Okay, so if this is the first time you are creating the name variable, that is first time if you are using the name variable, then it creates the name variable as a public variable and stores the n value into the name variable. Okay, and this is the set method for branch. Okay, self comma b. Okay, it assigns the b value to the branch variable. Here it creates a public variable as a branch and assigns the b value to the branch variable. Okay, next I am writing a two get methods. One is to get the return the name value of the variable, and another is to get the branch value of the branch variable. Okay, return self dot name, it returns the name variable value. Return self dot branch, it returns the branch variable value. Okay, so using these set methods and get methods, we can assign the value to the variables and we can retrieve the value from the variables. Okay, here we are creating an object for the student class, and name we are taking input for the name, and branch, and we are setting a name variable, branch variable, and print the values. Okay.